Welcome back, and thanks for getting together with us. You know him, Jeremy Brinkerhoff, and me, Ray Challinor. We're so happy that you're here with us again, and we are in our happy place. We're at the porch. See, this is his happy face, his porch face. We're so excited to be here. Coffee, community, conversation. I think I got those backwards. I think it's coffee,
it's like a circle. It's like a circle, so you're good.
And we're in community.
To hit any point on that continuum, you're good.
The porch. Jesse's here today, the whole gang, the crew, and we have an exciting guest for you today. Another one of our Dancing for the Stars. Not the celebrity today. We have the professional, which I'm excited about. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But we did not record last week.
No,
because
we did not.
I and my family,
slacker,
we ditched and we had our vacation. Maybe you can see I got a little sun. We went to the central coast of California.
Nice.
We just want to use them and abuse them for their coastal line.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Until it falls off into the ocean. Right? Until the San Andreas Fault hits.
You know, they've been saying that since I was a kid.
I know.
I was 49 years. So it's coming. The big one's coming. It's going to fall into the
Mammoth.
ocean.
They keep saying that Mammoth is going to...
Really? Right. Mammoth Mountain?
Oh, yeah.
I used to ski there.
Oh, yeah. It's a really cool spot, but it keeps giving indicators it's going to like blow its top like Mount St. Helen.
I did not know it was a volcano. I didn't know that.
And then it just doesn't. So
anyway, we love our little slice. I'm not even going to tell you what beach because I don't want you to go there. I want it to be mine. I'm keeping it
Pismo.
a secret. And it's so cute. Well, we actually go to Avila.
Oh, Avila's nice.
And
do you guys,
so sweet.
Do you guys do any clamming when you're there?
Climbing?
Clamming.
No. Ugh.
What? Oh. I understand.
Nobody likes clams.
Oh, I love
No, you
clams.
don't. You don't.
They're so
you grew
good.
up with money. You think you like clams. You don't.
I like clams. a little bit of snot, a little bit of boogers goes a long way. It's so good.
Disgusting. Why?
Oh,
now,
they're
deep
delicious.
fried, maybe.
Deep fried's
in the
good.
Pacific Northwest, Ivor's
I don't know what
Acres of
Ivor's
Plant.
are.
Oh, it's a famous restaurant in
Oh,
Seattle.
it's a restaurant.
Sit on the water. They do great deep fried clams.
And what about
Otherwise,
abalone?
No, never had it.
Oh,
You
it's
mean-
good.
The shells are pretty.
Shells are pretty. The meat is
But no,
delicious.
we did not do any clamming.
Okay, no clamming. Go.
No.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Boogie board.
Yeah,
I finally got myself a wetsuit.
Very sandy. It's very sandy.
It's very sandy. It's soft though. It's lovely. It's always a little windy. Gotta be careful of that. But this year we had a little drama. Something a little traumatic.
Yes.
My daughter
Involving who?
is a mermaid. My daughter is a mermaid. She must be her Puerto Rican roots, loves the ocean. She wants to be in it every second. She wants to live on the ocean. And so we take her, like once during the day, the whole family goes.
Yeah.
And then in the evening, last year, I started taking her, my sister and I would take her in the evening. Well, everybody knows that's been around surfing or whatever. Mornings and evenings,
That's feeding time.
bit sketchy. It's feeding time.
It's feeding time.
But the waves are also a little bigger.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's a little
yep.
harsher.
Yep. Especially get a little bit of that coastal wind, and then it just gets more dicey.
This year, she's out. She's bobbing. She's doing great. No boogie boarding. She just wanted to jump the waves and go under them. She's out there by herself. There's a few people dotted around. Sister and I we're watching her the whole time. And I see this other girl on a boogie board kind of a little bit further out, same age. And I see Sophia kind of floating towards her. And I'm like, oh, well, she's found a friend. We're still watching. Found a friend. And she's maybe 150 feet out.
It's pretty far.
And she's bobbing, whatever. And I see her kind of talking with the girl. And my sister immediately goes, I don't think she should be that far out.
Right.
And I'm like, my distance is always off.
Okay.
Nah, something isn't right. And I'm waving, and I'm like, are you okay? And she's not looking at me, but I see her head going back and forth. I'm like, this isn't good. So Mama gets up. I'm at the edge of the waves, and I'm fully clothed. I'm not prepared to go in, but I'm like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
So I start to walk in, and I see this flash right next to me. David Hasselhoff comes running in all his glory, his tanned, just hero to my rescue. I will never say a cheesy bad thing about a lifeguard again.
Okay.
And he goes out and he grabs the girls and he backstrokes it back. And I, run to my daughter And I always downplay. I'm not a hysterical mom.
Okay.
Because of just the kids that we've had and fostering.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be hysterical or you'd be nuts all the time.
All the time.
So I kind of just played it down. You doing okay? You all right? And she's like, mm-hmm. She was more embarrassed because everyone on land was like,
everyone's watching. Yeah.
Yay! You saved them. And she's like, I want to die. So my heart was racing a little bit and, give her a big hug. And she's like, Mom, I'm just more embarrassed than anything. And the lifeguard came and I gave him a hug and I was like, thank you so much. And he's like, she did great. She was calm. She didn't do anything wrong. Riptide. Just got caught in a riptide.
Started going out.
And he's like, you can see it where it turns whenever. I said, well, I can't. I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Yeah.
He could see it from his tower. Anyway, he told us what to look for. And then my hubby, such a good dad. He's like, took her back out the next day and showed her what to do and how to float and go across it. And we're good. And she was right back in there.
Nice. No, that's important too. That whole getting back on the horse.
She was a little nervous. She kept looking back for us, making sure where we were and that we were watching. But
glad.
She did great.
Good.
And so then we were okay.
Good.
Now we know. It's like the Princess Bride. I can live in the fire swamp now because I know what to expect.
We lived there quite happily for some time.
Lived there quite happily. Rodents of unusual size. So
yes,
we know what the riptide looks like, feels like. We're
good. You're good.
So you said you had a drowning story?
We did. We were still in Vanuatu, overseas in the South Pacific,
right?
And we were actually at this one little resort area with some other expats and
like
Ella
all good missionaries do.
That's right.
Go to the resort.
Have a little time away. Right. And this particular bay is really calm. There's not really waves to speak of, and Ella was pretty new still to swimming.
Yeah.
But really confident, but a little too confident, I guess.
We have a little of that.
Yeah. And so we're just kind of having fun. Daniel's still, he's only like 1 at the time. So we're on shore with him and he's just like, doing his thing in his diaper.
Right.
And Ethan's pretty close and he wasn't as comfortable in the water yet as Ella was. So Ella's with this group of girls and the tide's coming in and we can tell the tide's coming in, but it still seems like, okay.
Yeah.
And there's a reef fairly close by that was something you could stand on. And so I'm kind of watching this and not thinking a whole lot about it. And Marissa goes, hey, man, I feel God's really telling me, we need to go out there. Okay, I'll go put my swim trunks on, So I go up to the car and I'm getting my swim trunks on.
God has spoken.
And Marissa comes up, she's like, I mean now, this is imminent. And I could tell there was something just in that moment, okay, this isn't just some little hey, I'm kind of feeling a little weird. This is something real that's going on. So I hustle, I get out, and unfortunately, because of the way this thing is situated, the first portion is reef, but it's about thigh high, so you can't really swim.
Right.
And it's excruciating on the feet.
Yes.
So I'm making my way slowly out to them, and I start to get that sense as well. And there's another girl there that she has almost like what you described with Sophia.
Yeah.
There's this, she's kind of turning, her eyes are gigantic. And so as I get close to her, what's her name? I think her name is, oddly enough, it was Sophia. So I say, hey, Sophia, are you okay? And she looks at me, she goes, no. So I grab her and I look at Ella, and Ella's starting to do this thing where she's sort of going under the water, and then she's kind of coming back up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I get Sophia and I take her back over to a place where she can stand on the reef, but the water has come up so much that it's quite a bit further out away. And so then I go back and I get Ella, and it was something that as we learn more about what actually occurs in a drowning, we're so used to the Hollywood version when there's flailing and there's screaming, help me.
No.
And it turns out that, it's a super high percentage. People are so consumed in that moment
yes.
that all they're thinking about is survival.
Right.
And so they usually don't scream.
Right.
They're using all their energy
Yes.
to stay afloat
Right.
until they lose
Have
all
no
their
more
energy,
energy.
and they go under.
Yes.
Like it's a very quiet,
Yes.
very muted process.
Right.
And so thinking back, and I'm watching this whole thing, I'm like, man, we were so close. We were so close. And all those things as a dad, like, man, I was kind of like, oh, well, you know,
Yes.
she'll be fine. Yeah. You know, and realize, you're having fun. She's bopping. Oh, hey, that's so cute. You're so funny. So, I mean, still to this day, just thinking of that,
yes.
like my hands get clammy. And
yes.
One of the Sophia's mom actually, when I started making my way out there, and I got Sophia, I mean, fully clothed.
Yeah.
Her mom swimming out
You
there.
just go right in.
And it was one of those things, like all of us that talked about it, because they were at a different part of the, actually like at a little resort bungalow. And all of us were talking about, like, we had that sense, like something's off, but then we all dismissed it. There's that thing of like, I'm sure we don't want to be paranoid,
Right.
You know?
Yes.
But fortunately, Marissa was like, no. Like, I know paranoia.
Marissa,
this
job.
is God's voice. Like, this is not
Yes.
paranoia. I'm telling you, like, get the heck in the water.
Yes.
So that was our little like, yeah.
I know. And then it's
moment.
hard. You go, do you let them go back in? But
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, we
So
did.
we were a lot more cautious and had some things in place, and,
Yes.
and that's that type of thing.
Now
so,
you know the
and now as I'm
secrets.
talking about this, my daughter just got her driver's license.
I know,
and I'm
I
thinking,
saw
you know
it.
what? I think maybe it's a similar situation. I think I need to put a few more safeguards in place.
Yes, like
put up
bubble
some
wrap
guardrails
around the whole car.
So yeah, not just be like, okay, no, you're doing
Bye-bye,
great.
you'll
Okay,
be
bye.
fine.
You know, until she gets hit by a semi. She
Right.
won't.
No, she
So,
won't. We're not speaking
but no,
that.
I think maybe we can put a few more of those parameters in place.
Being a
Good.
parent.
I've got
a
a list. I've got a list in my head now.
Being
I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do when I get home.
It's scary.
Yikes. But-
Yes, but I mean, for those of you firefighters, sheriff we had on last time,
Yeah.
you know, the lifeguards, those of you that run towards danger while the rest of us are like,
Not so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can
Absolutely.
have, you know, I will never make fun of because the lifeguards are easy targets. I'm just saying. For me, they're
Why? Just because it's
it's the whole Baywatch thing.
overblown.
And really, it's like firemen, right? You laugh at me, but I'm like, it's like, why are firemen always chiseled and like, there's a look to you guys that are like, oh, firemen.
All
And so
right.
lifeguards, you have this kind of, I don't know, preconceived. But they're lifesavers, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful, and they're serious about what they do.
Very, very serious.
And I did not get the young man's name, but
Oh man.
his mama raised him right.
There you go.
So
There you go.
So glad. So
Glad to hear-
anyway, that was
Today.
our adventure.
That's awesome.
And
I'm
now
glad
we're
everyone's
on
okay.
to normal things, routine. School is starting in a couple of weeks, and
Yeesh.
we have a very fun guest today.
Excellent.
It
I'm looking
is
forward to it.
Dre Caldwell, and she is a professional, and she's dancing for the stars, and we're very excited and pleased to have her. So without
Excellent.
further ado, here she comes. Okay, and we're back. I told you we would be, and I'm a woman of my word. And here she is. Dre. I love the name.
Thank you.
As soon as I said Dre Caldwell's coming, Jeremy said, Dr. Dre?
I know.
Dre.
It kind of like,
Because I was under the impression I thought we had someone else who is a doctor. I'm like,
Right.
well, what are the
I
odds that you
miscommunicated.
have a doctor?
Oh.
So
And he was all excited, thinking Dr. Dre.
well, yeah, but I'm still excited.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I hope I didn't let you down.
No, not at all.
I don't have the doctor in front of it, but we can pretend.
Yeah. Well, you could, because you actually do help and heal people
I try.
through health.
I do try.
You do.
That is a big motivator for me.
And we're going to get there.
Okay.
I want you to share what it is you do and your
Okay.
passion, because you're very passionate about it.
yes.
And I love that about you. But I was telling Jeremy that I met you going to like a mom's group, probably 2 years ago?
I think it was
3?
almost 4 years ago
Was it
because
really?
that was in 2019. It was before COVID. So
yeah.
19,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay,
3
I didn't
years
realize.
ago. Yeah.
It was that long ago. But are you, we don't know, are you native to Prescott?
I am.
Okay.
Really?
I am third
There's a few of
generation
them.
What?
to graduate from Prescott High School.
Oh my goodness.
I know. But I didn't actually move here until high school.
Okay.
But I grew up coming here every weekend. Grandma was still here. I mean, she wrote the school song. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What's the school song?
Hooray for Prescott Badgers. That's about all I know. It's been a minute.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I grew up coming here. It's always been a nostalgic, wonderful hometown for me. I've done a lot of moving. My family was all military.
Oh, okay.
And then my career took me off in different directions.
Say
So
hi.
I know. Cheese.
Thank you.
And it is so wonderful to be back in my hometown
Wow.
of Prescott. Yeah.
Wow. Was it weird coming back?
No, I was so ready. I have a little one, and
Yes.
so I just, like I said, this was just such a wonderful place growing up. You know, you have that, even though we're not quite as small as we once were, we
Yeah.
still
No.
have that small town charm. Parents can feel a little safer about their kids running off into. We have like a backyard that backs up to the boulders,
Yes.
so
Oh, awesome.
like forts, and I can let her
Climbing.
ride her bike one day. She's 5, so it'll be
Okay.
a minute before I'm. Bye.
Oh,
It
yeah.
happens like that.
Oh,
Happens like that.
I'm still not ready for that. Not yet.
I know. I can't
Oh,
believe she starts
man.
kindergarten this year, and I'm
Oh, my
freaking
goodness.
out.
Oh, I remember
Where's she gonna
that.
go?
Do you remember
Trinity.
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
hard to get in.
It
Yeah.
is hard to get in.
Well, I got a little tip, and so I heard that they were opening registration, and I got up at 3:00 in the morning.
Did you really?
I did, and it worked. So
Way to
I mean, I
go,
probably
Mama.
shouldn't tell
Way
everybody
to go,
that, but
Mama.
get up early.
Well, you can now because you're in.
I'm in.
You're in.
I'm in.
Yeah,
So
you did your work.
yeah,
You're good.
Because I think they open it at like midnight, and I'm kind of an early bird, so I couldn't make it to midnight. So I'm like, oh Lord, please, let's get up really early.
Good
so,
for you.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so as I said in our intro, you are going to be the professional to Matt. What is Matt's last name?
Bresser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt's Saloon, right?
Yes.
Am I right? And
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to be the professional, but tell us how your love of dancing started.
Oh, my love of dancing
Yeah, were you
started.
little?
I'm the little girl that got to grow up to make her dreams come true. I
Nice.
said at 3 that
Tell us.
I went and saw the Nutcracker. My dad was asked to film the Nutcracker at Tucson City Ballet. I can't remember.
Is that what he did?
No, it was our neighbor. She was a ballerina for the Tucson City Ballet, and they needed somebody to come film the dress rehearsal. I was 3,
Oh, wow.
and I went, and they dressed me up like a mouse,
No
and I
way.
sat and I watched, and from that day forward, I asked to do dance lessons. I went, Mommy, I want to dance,
Yeah.
And then when I was about 6, I went and stayed with my grandma, and she bought me the shoes. She bought me ballet slippers and tap shoes. And she said, okay, honey, now go home and tell your mama, Grandma got you the shoes, now you buy the lessons. And
Nice.
I was hooked. I started with tap, jazz, and ballet class that year, and the next year I started the competition team. So it was,
Wow.
I went like full force and was a competitive dancer. Very competitive, and then I actually danced backup when I was 16 for Diana Ross in the
No
Super
way.
Bowl.
Whoa, that's
I
awesome.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
so
better than Dr. Dre any day.
I know.
Yes, it is.
It's Diana Ross. So that's kind of where it started.
No, but how do you do that? How do you? Does she? How?
Audition. Yeah,
So you
there was
auditioned?
I auditioned, and
Were you in Phoenix? Were
I
you up
was here actually. Yeah, I was at the high school. So that was
How did
my.
you learn about the audition?
Yeah. How do you? Did you have an
I
agent?
think no, I didn't have an agent. I want to say probably it was announced at the dance studio.
Okay.
I really don't remember.
Is your
That's
dance
amazing.
studio still here?
It's Donna Casey's dance studio. She's in Chino.
Okay.
And at that time, I mean, I was with her as soon as she opened. I went to her studio. I was at another studio before that here. But I moved here my sophomore year. So I was already like a really competitive dancer. And then when Donna moved up here, gosh, that was my sophomore year that she did that. So hooked on with her. She started with 5 students. Next year it was bigger, and then went bigger and bigger.
Wow.
And then all the other studios started popping up. So, yeah.
And so you auditioned and
I auditioned, yes.
wow. So did you have to go on tour with her then?
No,
How
it was
does
just
that-
for the Super Bowl, so it was just the one performance. Just the Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
I know, at that time I didn't know football or anything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
my
want to say it
word.
was like the Dallas Cowboys and like the 49ers.
Somebody was
I'd have to
playing, I
look.
don't
Nice.
know.
And my
What
brothers
year?
were like, that was 20. I'd have to really look at it,
Okay,
but I think
okay.
it was 26. No, not 2016. No, 19. When I graduated in 96, so it was like 95.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you had to fly somewhere.
No, it was in Phoenix.
It was in
Yeah, that's
Phoenix.
what the Super Bowl was that year.
Oh,
so there we go.
nice.
Somebody tell me
Word.
when that Super Bowl was.
Yes, and somebody will.
My son will be all over that. He's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like stats and all that stuff. Sports
can
is like his
imagine.
thing. So
Somebody
I'll ask
figure
Ethan.
that out.
I'll put it.
Oh, but my brothers
he'll
were
tell you.
so jealous
Oh, I
because
bet.
I
Oh,
was
my
like
goodness.
on
Did
the
they get to go?
sidelines. No,
Oh,
no.
man.
They're like, you were next to so and so.
You were like, I was.
that's nice.
I don't know. I don't
How
know.
did my hair look? That's what I would
That's
be.
awesome. What a cool experience.
Wow.
That was kind of the beginning of like my professional dance career,
Yes.
and it went on from there. I was on tour right
You
after high
graduated
school.
from high school, and then you went on tour with who?
Oh, different shows, different productions. I've worked for Leonard Skinner, Twisted Sister, Paris Hilton, Usher, lots of magic shows. I've done everything from
Magic
LA to New York.
Wow.
I actually lived with Jen James, so we
No
did New York
way!
together.
Are you kidding me?
I was more freelance, so I just did a lot of traveling. Impersonator shows.
Hey, were
trying to
you ever
think.
the lady that they sawed in half in the magic shows?
I turned into a tiger.
Hey, I
Oh.
would love that.
Yeah, I turned into a tiger.
Are you allowed to tell us how?
No.
Oh, to the grave. To the grave. The magician's code.
You don't want to ruin the magic.
No, not at all.
I kind
That's
of
stuff
do,
on the
but
magic.
you know.
No, that's everybody always asks me that. Can you tell me what happened? I'm like,
No.
no.
Did you have to sign something?
I
saying
did.
That you would.
Yeah, you do have to sign. When you work for big magicians, you do kind of sign your
Non-disclosure
life
stuff.
away.
Whoa.
You're not supposed to. I'm sure people do.
Yes.
But then I always just feel like that ruins the magic.
It does
Yes.
ruin the magic. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So-
I know you're right.
Yeah.
You've never bitten by the tiger?
No,
Okay, good.
no. I
Careers
would
have been
never.
ruined by that.
Yes, they have.
I
Lives
know.
have.
Yeah, there have been some very tragic.
Lives
Yes,
have been
tiger
ruined by the
incidents.
tiger.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's funny. Wow.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So touring, and then magicians. I automatically think Vegas. So you did a little stint.
I did some time in Vegas
I
at
did
the
some time.
Las Vegas showgirl stuff.
Plumes.
Yes.
Are they heavy?
They are.
Do you have neck problems now?
I mean, I have all the problems now. My
Don't
feet,
we all?
knees. I know. I think too many birthdays. Too many. Yeah. They are heavy and they're big. You have to
Yeah.
like walk sideways.
Yeah,
through
you don't want to knock
doors
anybody
and
out with those suckers.
Gotta keep the head on. Definitely want to stay on top of the shoes.
How were the parents with all of this? Were they like, follow your dreams?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Were they like, oh, no, that's a hard life?
No, yeah, my parents were always 100% supportive, and they traveled all over the world to come see me perform.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Guam, Saipan,
Oh, my word.
Hawaii, they've been Mexico. They've gone to see every show that they could see.
good.
They came to see and have always been my number one supporters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really blessed. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so sweet. Out of all of the places you traveled, what was your favorite? Where would you go back if somebody
Oh,
was
man.
like,
well, I went back
here's
to
a ticket?
I went back to Guam twice. Guam, I love Guam.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big scuba diver,
Okay.
and like the
Oh.
the Marianas Trench is just amazing scuba diving. I dove like shipwreck dives there of World War II vessels, and
Wow.
so that's pretty amazing. I mean, I did two contracts there, and they're almost a decade apart, so I went back to work for the same show, and I just loved it there. I loved Hawaii, of course. I did a great show, Legends in Concert, in Waikiki. Loved that.
Okay.
I mean, that's a real bummer.
Hard life.
That's tough.
It's rough.
Suffering.
Entertaining.
Dre.
Yeah.
In Hawaii.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Someone has to do it though.
Okay, so Guam and Hawaii. So you like the tropical.
I do. I like the beaches. We have a lot of beach here, just not a lot of water.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We have a
And
lot
the
of
humidity's up, so it kind of
It
feels
is.
tropical
Oh, my
today.
God, I'm so
Finally.
happy.
I'm so happy to see that rain
Yeah,
out there.
we're
It's
recording right now, and we've got the rain coming down. It's lovely.
Yes,
It's good.
very overdue.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I want to know the most embarrassing moment as a dancer.
Oh man.
I know I didn't prep you.
Yeah, because I've had quite a few. I mean, I've had some very lovely falls.
Have you ever fallen down like stairs, coming down
Yeah.
stairs?
Yeah,
Have
there
you?
was
That'd be
in
my
the
nightmare.
Guam show had it was called the Infinity Staircase, and as the curtains came up, these stairs light up and then it comes down, and it's beautiful. I can't remember how many stairs. It was like 120 stairs that we're all
Very gone
showgirled
with the
with
wind.
big
Yes.
feathers, and we tipped down, and I
Did you wipe them all
tumbled
out?
down.
Did you wipe anybody out?
You know, that one was a pretty quick recovery. It wasn't
for
as
you.
bad. I mean, if you watch the video and look for it, you see like
I
all
might.
the feather girls come down and there's like a whoop whoop. So that really wasn't my most embarrassing, but it definitely, I've had some very good falls. I had one where we had rain coming down and that we came
like
down.
on purpose?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
like on the
Yeah,
stage,
and so we
right?
like did this turn and kick and run towards the front of the stage, and I'm coming at the front and I slipped and I hit so hard it knocked the wind out of me. And I was like on the floor for, I don't know, it felt
Everyone's
like
just dancing around
yes,
you.
yeah. And the girl next to me is
Whoa.
dancing, and she looks over. She's like, "Girl, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just need a minute." And I got up, and I mean, my pride hurt worse,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it really did knock the wind out of me, and I was like front and center for that one. So
Oh,
it was
man.
that there was no recovering that one. So
No one didn't not see that.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I mean,
Yes,
what are you
yes.
gonna do?
Yeah.
What's your favorite style of dance? I mean, you said you've taken several.
Yeah, I'm pretty
styles.
jazzy, hip hoppy, kind of contemporary. My strongest suit was always tap, but I haven't done a lot of tap shows because there's just not a lot out there.
Right.
But that was always my strongest. But
I love tap. I love tap.
I've
dance.
always wanted to try.
Oh, I think you would be
You
great.
The tap would be
should.
so
I
fun.
think you would be good.
Yes.
I love a lot of the old movies, the tap dancing, all that stuff.
Gene
like,
Kelly.
oh,
I
it's
mean,
just
sorry,
you
amazing.
fit the part.
I have the lanky build.
Right. Gene Kelly was probably one of my favorites.
Oh yes, my early
amazing.
heart.
You know, because he was a nice looking
Yes.
man
Yes.
and manly looking.
Yes, and-
versus Fred Astaire, who I love watching.
Right.
But he, you know,
a
he
little-
was just
a little more
spindly and
dapper, a little more dainty-ish.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if
But
that's the right
Anchors
word.
Away
Dainty's
is
good.
just probably one of my favorites. The Sailor, and then
I love
American in
Nice.
Paris. That one too.
I mean, classic Singing in the Rain.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong with that.
You should try. I think you maybe should give
Yeah.
tap a go.
Tap.
Maybe.
As
I don't know.
an adult.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
you know,
they're
if you
out
ever
there.
wanted to play the Music Man or something, you're gonna need that.
Yeah. Good point. All right. We'll
Jeremy
go there.
is a musical kind of guy.
Okay.
I'm trying to get his whole family to audition for Oliver that's coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
when's it coming up? Where's that going to be?
One Stage
One
Theater,
stage
is that what it's
theater. Yep, I want
Yeah.
to say that's right.
called? Lexi, Lessons by Lexi.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay. Yeah.
They're, yeah,
Fun.
yeah, I think so.
So what do you do nowadays? Are you still
yes.
dancing professionally, or is that kind of on the back burner for
I
now?
retired from my professional dance career probably about 12 years ago and went full-fledged into fitness.
Okay.
It's kind of an interest. I was working in Guam, and like I said, I have an amazing family. They're always super supportive. But I because I traveled so much and toured, I was never home for birthdays and holidays, and I missed a lot of things. And I was on Guam, and my sister called, and she said, "Hey, Dre, what are you doing in March?" And it was right when my contract was ending, and she said, "I'm having a baby." It makes me emotional. I'm having a
love
baby, and I'd
emotional.
really like you to be there. And it was really the first time that they'd ever anybody. They
Asked.
were always there for me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take some time off, and I'm gonna come
Be there
there.
for you.
And I was never like all that into kids or anything like that. And man, becoming an auntie really changed my life. I had planned to stay for 2 weeks, possibly a little longer, and I started with my Zumba certification there, and I stayed for 9 months. I was like a sister wife. We was like Three's Company with us taking care of the baby.
so great.
And it changed my life. I was like, I want one.
Yes. Where do I
can't
get one
keep
of those?
her. Yeah, where do I get one? So that really kind of, I wanted to be home. I wanted to be there for her first birthday and I didn't want to miss it anymore.
Yeah.
So that really kind of motivated the fitness stuff, and I started with so that's what I do now is fitness.
Okay.
I do a lot of things now. I work like 52 jobs, but
Nice.
fitness is my passion now, and
And your
kind of
business is called
Freedom Family Fitness.
Yes.
Freedom Family Fitness.
Yeah.
It's very, very
Alliteration,
American.
always fun.
Flags
Very
everywhere.
American. Yes.
They're flags. Lots
Okay.
of American
And where is that
flags.
located?
Well, so we started in COVID, and I started
Oh, wow.
doing like me PE classes for the kids, and I did them we did them in parking lots, and I did circuits around the cars so we could socially distance.
Yes,
and,
it was so great. So
and then
creative.
I started, I was in the parking garage for Dance Fit, and
my
we took over the
goodness.
2 top levels of the parking
Yes.
garage. The ladies would dance in the shade, and the kids would ride bikes and have a good time because there was
that.
nothing to do. And we
Right.
did the
Yeah.
parks. Now I am at Dry Prescribed Fitness, which used to be the old roller rink.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And now it's kind of Joey and Andrea are amazing over there, and they just welcomed me in because I'm like, I come with baggage because every client or mom that I have comes with 2 to 4
Kiddos.
children. So we need somewhere for the children to
Yeah.
be kids, and I'm really into letting the kids be a part of it.
I have to just speak into this as mom because I have wanted to join your crew for a long time and just life. But
Yeah.
as I was explaining kind of who you are and what you do to Jeremy, because I didn't give him the right communication, he wasn't able to do the research. I said, I love it that in your fitness stuff, you guys you use the kids as weights and things. And the kids are always laughing and you're doing it together.
Yeah, I just think that it's really
So great.
it's like an important value, and to teach those good habits young. Let them be a part of it. I pull down ropes. It's still like the roller rink, so there's a track that goes around, so I encourage them to run and to play, and we pull down ropes, and they're climbing on stuff. They can come in and dance with us.
So fun.
Yeah, because
cool.
I think it starts there,
Yeah.
you know.
Being
Well,
active.
and then mom doesn't have an excuse. I don't have childcare.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can bring your child.
Bring your kids. I know that's always the number one excuse. I can't because I have kids.
Yeah.
And that was for me, like my whole prenatal, postnatal fitness journey is kind of what I've tried to teach to other people is you don't have to let it stop you
Yes.
or let it stop you from starting.
Right.
Let it be a part of it and let them be a
Yes.
part of that as well.
Yeah.
So even I do personal training as well, and I'll do in-home, and I'll come over when the baby's sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really just encourage parents to make the kids a part of it.
Yeah.
They hop on the sleds as we're pushing them down it's pretty fun.
That's
awesome.
so great. So
Yeah.
creative.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can I tell a roller rink story?
Oh, I missed
yeah.
the roller rink. Don't
I
I miss
know.
it?
That specific roller rink. So I'm at Embry-Riddle, and the roller rink's still open. So like we have this thing where we're like, hey, we're just gonna get some people. We're gonna go down to the roller rink,
Yes.
and I invite Marissa because like at this point she doesn't like me at all.
Okay.
This is my wife.
I knew
Okay.
I liked her.
Now 21 years. So
Congrats.
at the time, like I really like her,
Yes.
but Riddle, it's very short on girls, and especially good-looking girls.
Yes.
And so I bring Marissa to this event, and there's like my roommate and there's another guy, and they are hard after her. So I see an opportunity, and I
show
start
up
pitting them
here.
against one another because I really want to be in that
It was
position.
destiny.
So they're coming up to me independently. Hey, Jeremy, what do you think? I'm like, I think she really likes you. I think we need to go ask her. And then the other guy was getting, hey, what the heck? What's Dalen doing with her? I'm like, you just need to go make your intentions known.
This
It's
is funny.
so naughty.
So they did. They both went after like trying to hold her hand at the same time,
boy.
for a double skate. And I'm just like,
Poor wife.
You know, skate right
and she's
into
like,
you.
look, boys, I'm just not into either one of you. And so like watching them kind of like deflate, I'm like,
Come on.
here we
To
go.
the victor go the spoil.
Come on. So
Did you
the roller
actually
rink
skate
holds.
with her? Did you ask her to skate?
No, I'm not that bold.
Oh,
I just
I'm like
try to
this-
you just
collateral
got everybody
damage.
else out of the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But so that particular roller rink,
Very
when
nice
when it
tactics.
was no longer a roller rink, I was like a little sad
Why did
because
they
I
do
know.
that?
It's
cool they still have a
so
track.
sad. It's
I
such a great
know.
thing for kids. I
I'm glad
remember.
that it's still being used as a space for
Yeah,
people.
for
Yes.
health, for fitness.
There you go.
Yeah. But roller rink stories, I would wait. I'd sit at the edge and it'd be couples skate and I'd wait and I'd look. Never did I get asked. I don't know why.
Oh man.
Why wouldn't you? I mean,
know.
come on.
I love the roller rink. It is like, why don't we have roller
I don't
rinks
know.
anymore?
Somebody out
There's a
there, come
blast.
on.
Somebody open a roller rink.
You know,
Yes.
they do, and I can't remember. I'm very sorry. We were on Instagram together. Oh my quad skate.
Okay, out at Pioneer Park.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
I've
will
seen
do
it.
like
Oh, okay.
one time a month or something
Yeah.
where they
I've seen
That's
that.
an outdoor thing, right?
it's outdoor
Okay.
and they get a DJ and
That's brilliant.
I've heard that it. Yeah,
I've
so I
heard
think
it's really
that's a great
fun.
idea.
I'd like to
Yes.
go.
Cool. It's
Anyway,
awesome.
we digress.
Yes. Thank you.
okay,
for
we gotta
indulging
tell
me.
But
some
that was a
good
good story.
roller rink stories, especially. Is it now? That's not your first date or anything with your wife, right?
No.
that's a
She
funny
just came.
story
She's like,
too.
oh, there's a bunch of people coming. So yeah,
But I'm
it took her
coming.
3 years after
It's
that
like a
to
group thing.
actually warm up
Get
the
up
idea
courage.
of me as a something
Love
other
it.
than a friend.
21 years later.
Aww.
Friend
So
zone.
great.
Good. That's
It's all right.
good.
So why Dancing for the Stars, Dre? I know last year you choreographed.
I did.
And then they asked you
Yeah.
to come alongside Matt.
Yes. Very
And
excited.
So give us a little bit of why you said yes.
Well, I honestly did't really miss dancing that much for many years until I was holding Quincy, that's my daughter. She was a baby, and it was probably just hormones, but I got super emotional. She was very little, and I was like, she's never gonna know me as a dancer. So dance is just such a part of my soul.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to now, I feel like I'm kind of starting to fuse my lives together.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to be a part of this. I'm for more than just selfish benefits of being back on stage and
Yeah.
being able to create again, because that's a lot of fun, really flipping that switch. But it's such a wonderful charity.
Yeah.
It does such amazing things for the community. And the after school programs for kids, like if I can be a part of that, clearly that's my business is family.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
whatever I can do to support our community and their efforts to provide these after school programs for kids, because it's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
good.
I'm really excited to be a part of that. And the creative part is
Yes.
fun.
Can
I
you give us just a little? Are we allowed to know just a little bit about maybe what you might be doing?
Maybe not.
Does it
I don't want to
involve-
leak to you. It
Sarah.
is going to be big.
Okay.
And it's telling
Cowboy
a
boots?
story.
Does it involve cowboy boots?
Maybe.
Because you like your boots.
Matt Saloon.
I know.
Matt Saloon.
So-
I think it's going to be pretty different than what people are expecting.
Okay.
Wow.
But it will definitely be big and exciting.
Okay.
And we are very excited.
It's awesome.
So are
Yeah.
we.
Yes.
So are we.
It's coming
It's-
real fast.
It
September
is.
8th and 9th.
I know. It's right around the corner.
Right around the
It is.
corner. And if someone wanted to sponsor you guys,
Yeah.
how do they go about doing
Team
that?
Matt, Team Dre, dancingforthestars.net. You can sponsor us, you can buy tickets. All the money goes towards a good cause.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
whether
It's a
you want to
win-win.
sponsor, buy tickets, do votes, I encourage all of the above or one of the above.
Yeah.
The show is going to be amazing this year. There's just some really great pros. Alex, the man in charge, he's just got a real eye for theater. We're moving to
Good.
Yavapai College.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we get
Okay.
all the bells and whistles,
Yes, you
so
do.
that's really exciting. I don't know if you know this, but I have a line dance crew that I started a year ago. So we have a fundraiser that we're doing at Matt's Saloon on
Oh.
August 26th.
The bells, something bells. The
The Liberty Line Dance crew,
Liberty
and then
Line
I have
Dance crew.
girls that help me, and they're my Liberty Bells.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
I knew
they
there were bells
assist.
involved.
Yes, the Liberty Bells. So
That's awesome.
August 26th, 6 to 8 at Matt's. We're raffling some VIP tickets. That's worth $500.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yes. So we've got some big prizes, and if you're trying to see the show and can't quite afford it, this
the
will
way
be
to do
great.
it.
And then all the money, of course, goes
Goes back in.
back in. So
That's
perfect.
so
lots of
fun.
fun stuff.
Oh,
Very
that's
exciting.
great. I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, we usually end the show by
Okay.
asking our guests if you could get together with anyone in in the past or present, who would that be? Who would you get together with?
Well, so many things flood my mind. I mean, can I talk to Jesus?
No, we are already established.
He's off the table.
Everybody wants to do that.
Or like,
so.
there's
He's a
just
given. We'll give you your second wish.
so many great people from the Bible, so many great people from our history. I'm a big U.S. history. But I think, to be honest, if I could have one more minute with somebody, it'd be my dad. And I'd love to introduce him to his granddaughter.
Oh, sorry, he didn't get to meet
No,
Quincy.
he didn't.
Okay.
And it's, so yes,
That is
that
hard.
would be the person.
Yes.
He was such a great dad. He was a great dad. He was a great mentor. He really instilled solid values of integrity and service. And he was such a fun dad. So I'd love to see him organize a kick the can game with the grandkids.
We are really dating ourselves now, people. Kick the can and the roller rink.
I know.
Yikes.
That's good.
So good.
That's
Dre,
really good.
thank you so much
Thank you for
being
having
with
me.
us,
I'm
for
so
getting together
excited.
with us.
Yes.
We're excited to see you and Matt do your thing. And thank you for all you do for the town.
Oh, thank
really
you
cool.
for having me, you guys. You
Really
guys,
cool.
what you're doing here is awesome. I'm a big fan.
It's fun.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. So you can
With
help
that,
us.
yes, you can.
help us by liking and subscribing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing again. And going to dancingforthestars.net, supporting them. It is amazing how much money has already been raised. You can contribute to that and continue to help the Boys and Girls Club right here in Prescott. Man, our local town, they need you, and it is an awesome part to play. So thank you so much again, and we will see you on the next episode of Getting Together.
Bye.
Bye-bye.